Crypto news today. This is Peter Gantner. I still don't feel comfortable saying it, but the crypto professor. Just here having a good time. My team makes me say it, guys, every single time with our tokenomics. Here to just go over some news stuff that I thought was interesting, some things that are taking place in this space. We'll just jump right into it. So first of all, I do want to let you know I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I've never wanted to be a financial advisor and will never be a financial advisor. This is simply for educational and entertainment purposes. So what I want to do right now is just hit share my screen and let's jump into some stories. All right. Let's go here first. We're going to get to that one right here. So first thing on Cointelegraph, the future of money, ETH2 will help Ethereum outpace Bitcoin, Pantera Capital CEO predicts. They get into, of course, the changes that are coming. So right here, it's Ether has more potential than Bitcoin as a newer cryptocurrency, and the latest EIP-1559 will help the token trade more like a fixed asset, Pantera Capital CEO says. So I think if we jump down in here, you know, of course, they're talking about getting into ETH 2.0 and the advancements that'll be made there. So talks about it as a newer cryptocurrency. Let's see, as a newer cryptocurrency, if Ether has more potential than Bitcoin, Moorhead said at the Routers Global Markets Forum on Monday, noting that the latest Ethereum improvement proposal, EIP 1559 upgrade, will help the digital token to trade more like a fixed asset. So more stability, I guess, is what they're talking about here, right? You'll see a transition of people who want to store wealth doing it in Ether rather than just Bitcoin. So of course, we know that Bitcoin has been the main store of value. Moorhead's prediction here is that adding the cryptocurrency shift to Ethereum 2.0 will significantly reduce Ether's mining energy consumption levels compared with the one of Bitcoin. So I think one of the assumptions here is there was the big blow up about dirty energy and about Bitcoin being dirty energy, that once ETH goes to it, it will give people the cover that they need in order to jump in and make things happen. Down here, despite predicting the brighter future for Ethereum, Moorhead is still optimistic about Bitcoin's growth in the future. The CEO reportedly predicted that Bitcoin would trade between $80,000 and $90,000 by the end of 2021, rising above 120,000 within a year. Surging mainstream adoption could further drive Bitcoin's price to as high as $700,000 in the next decade, Moorhead noted. So if he is correct, that means that you'd nearly double, or maybe even pretty much double your money if you were to purchase some Bitcoin today. So that's some pretty good news there. Let's move on to the next story, also on Cointelegraph. This is a great one. China's attempt to kill Bitcoin failed, and here are the 3 reasons why. So it's very interesting, guys, if you jump into this article. So they, of course, tried to kill the hash rate by banning the miners. The hash rate recovered to 100 million /S's. So that was good. The peer-to-peer market continued on, even in China. So imagine probably the country that has the most control over their population has been unable to ban crypto, Bitcoin, and they have tried, right? This is not their first attempt. They've tried other times to do this. And I think it just shows the resilience of the peer-to-peer networks. Even though the companies involved in crypto transactions have been banned from the country, individuals continue to act as intermediaries. Some of these recorded over 10,000 successful peer-to-peer transactions, according to data from the exchange's own ranking system. So as you guys can see, that there's nothing, I mean, it's too late, right? If governments wanted to get in here and ban it, there's definitely going to be some regulation coming in the near future. But it's just, we'll have to see what that looks like and how long it takes for that to be implemented. I'd hope that the industry will come together in some type of an association. We're talking about forming one where we can maybe start doing some self-regulation and head off some of it. And then, of course, number 3, Asia-based exchanges still dominate spot volume. So Binance still the number 1, OKEX, and all of these top 3 right here are all Asian exchanges, and they're still dominating even with the moves that China has made. So I think this shows the resilience of the cryptocurrency market. It shows that, again, they can put some regulations in place. They can maybe put some stuff that will, curtail some of the activity in it. But there's no stopping cryptocurrency at this point, in my opinion. Again, it's just my humble opinion. I am only a hobbyist here, right? Okay, only educational purposes. All right, let's move on to the next story. Global cryptocurrency adoption doubled since January, reaching 221 million. This is huge, guys, doubled. So there's about 110 million people or so involved in the cryptocurrency so far this year. It is growing like crazy, right? Cryptocurrency user base jumps to 221 million worldwide, according to crypto.com report. This is awesome. Now, of course, we know that with mass adoption, I believe right now the number is about 4 billion people that are on the internet. So we can still grow by about 20x from there. And then, of course, cryptocurrency's prediction is to bring another 2 billion people into the modern society. So that would mean that there's still a 30x. Also, too, is I would wonder if some of these people are just dabbling a little tiny bit. Maybe some of it's through people that are using it through the PayPals or some of the other cash apps that are out there, versus being really completely into it. So it's kind of maybe in the internet days when you first started to play with it, it was maybe a little bit here and there. And then over time, it became more and more. And now, of course, it's an everyday part of our lives. So, but this is definitely a positive sign. So the China not being able to ban Bitcoin failing, that's a good sign. You've got a good sign here with the number of people getting involved in cryptocurrency increasing. And then, of course, with the prediction from the CEO of Pantera Capital of an $80,000 to $90,000 Bitcoin, $120,000 within a year, and then, of course, a $700,000 in the next decade. This is all very good news in the space. There are some other stories out there. I know the SEC wants to jump in and do some regulation in the space. That is going to come here in the US, and of course, globally around the world. There's governments talking about it, but there is a lot to be happy about in it. And then, of course, if you love Cardano, which has the potential to be one of the dominant, if not the dominant cryptocurrency out there, Cardano's ADA to be listed on Japanese exchange for the first time. So that's huge, right? And then here you go. Down here in the last 4 hours, Cardano on the verge of dominating Asia as ADA finally gets approval for listing. Let's click on that one real quick and let it take us to the story here. So a lot of great stuff happening with ADA, right? We'll see here with their next move that's coming up, where they jumped in a tough Japanese market. So it's pretty tough to get approved in Japan. They are approved in Japan. Of course, we've seen other things get approved in Japan and then go live and have those be huge. I believe they're talking about later in August that this will take place. So Cardano has been approved for listing in a Japanese cryptocurrency exchange called BitPoint, which makes it one of the few other digital assets listed on Japanese exchanges. Trading as ADA on the exchange will start late this month, according to an announcement made today by BitPoint on its website. There you go, guys. That is the news today. Some interesting stories that I found. We're going to try to bring these to you more often. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell if you'd like to be notified when we come on here again. And we'll keep trying to find some great stories and things to help us get with a little bit of guidance in the cryptocurrency space. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.